Good morning, class. From today we will start our second term, which starts from chapter 10, which is motion and measurement of distances. All of you take out your science book and open page number 95. Chapter 10, motion and measurement of distances. Let's start. There was a general discussion among the children in Paheli and Bujo's class about the places they had visited during the summer vacations. Some had gone to their native village by a train, then a bus, and finally a bullock cart. One student had travelled by an aeroplane, another spent many days of his holidays going to fishing trips in his uncle's boat. The teacher then asked them to read newspaper articles that mentioned about some wheeled vehicles that moved on the soil of Mars and conducted experiments. These vehicles were taken by spacecraft all the way to Mars. Meanwhile, Paheli had been reading stories about ancient India and wanted to know how people traveled from one place to another in earlier times. 10.1 Story of Transport. Long ago, people did not have any means of transport. They used to move only on foot and carry goods on their back. Later on, they began to use animals for transportation. Now, what does it mean? It means that in earlier days, people does not have any means of transport. So when they used to move only on their foots, and they used to carry goods on their back. And later on, they started to use animals for transportation, like bullock carts. Now, for transport through waters, routes, boats were used from ancient times. To begin with, boats were simple logs of wood in which a hollow cavity could be made. Later, people learned to put together different pieces of wood and give shapes to the boat. These shapes imitated the shapes of the animals living in water. Recall our discussions of this streamlined shape of a fish in chapter 8 and 9. Yes. Now, for transport through water, routes, boats. Through water, what happens? The boats were used from ancient times, and when the boats were began, then the boats were of simple logs. Means एक लकड़ी का टुकड़ा लिया, they use that only, and in which they make a hollow cavity. Okay, and after some time, people learned how to put logs together, or the different pieces, put together different pieces of wood and give a shape of a boat, and how to give a shape of a boat. And these shapes imitated the shapes of animals living in water, and the boat's shape depends, or it imitates the shape of the water animals or the aquatic animals. Just recall the discussions of the streamlined shape of a fish. What is the shape of a fish? It is of streamlined shape, and like that only boats were also made. Now, invention of wheels made a great change in mode of transport. The design of the wheel was improved over thousands of years. Animals were used to pull carts that moved on vehicles. Now, invention of wheels. When the wheel was invented, that made a great change in the mode of a transport. As in earlier times, what people used to do, they used their food to move, as well as they carry goods on their back, and after that they started using animals for their transportation. But when the vehicles were invented, when the wheels were invented, then the mode of transport got a great change. Now, the design of the wheel was improved over thousands of years. Yes, it was improved thousands of years. Animals were used to pull carts that moved on wheels. What the animals do? They use carts. Means, जैसे bullock cart. You can take an example of a bullock cart. What happens? Animals are used just to pull the carts. Okay. Now, until the beginning of the 19th century, people still depended on animals, boats and ships to transport them from place to place. Yes. Till the beginning of 19th century, what people were dependent on the animals, boats and ships just to transport them, to transport the goods, or when they were the goods, as well as when they were in the need to go or just to move from one place to another place, they use boats, ships, animals. Okay. Now, the invention of a steam engine led to the development of new means of transport. Now, when a steam engine was invented, जब स्टीम इंजन का इन्वेंशन हुआ तो जो मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट है उसका एक तब मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट में एक डेवलपमेंट हुआ. ओके. स्टीम इंजन मेड अ डेवलपमेंट इन द मीन्स ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट. नाउ railroads were made for steam engine driving carriages and wagons. Now railroads means trains. They were made for steam engines. स्टीम इंजन ड्राइवर्स, उसमें स्टीम इंजन ड्राइवर होते थे जो कि कैरेजेस और वेजन्स को carriages and wagons के through they used to move, or the steam engine was there. Then turn to the page number 96. Automobiles such as motor cars, trucks and buses. Motorized boats and ships were used as means of transport on water. The early years of 1900 saw the development of aeroplanes. These were later improved to carry passengers and goods. Electric trains, monorail, supersonic aeroplanes and spacecraft are some of the distributions of the 20th century. Now, after steam engines, what came? Automobiles, such as motor cars, trucks and buses. Now, the motorized boats and ships were now the motorized boats and ships were used as a means of transport on water. Earlier, what was used? Boats, normal boats which were made up of wood. But now, when the automobiles came, then the motorized boats and ships were used as a means of transport on water. And the early years of 1900 saw the development of aeroplanes. And in 1900, when the 1900 years was going on, right now, what is going on? 2020. So in the period of 1900, we saw the development of aeroplanes. Aeroplanes were developed in 1900. Okay, early years of 1900, and these were later improved just to carry passengers as well as goods. Electric trains, monorails, supersonic aeroplanes and spacecraft are some of the contributions of the 20th century. Now, when after the development of aeroplanes, now after that, what were the developments? The electric trains, monorails, supersonic aeroplanes and spacecrafts were developed till in the 20th century. Okay, then now see figure 10.1. 10.1 shows some of the different modes of transport. Place them in the correct order from the earliest modes of transport to the most recent. Are there any of the early modes of transport that are not in use today? Now 10.2. How wide is this desk? How did people know far they have traveled? How will you know whether you can walk all the way to your school or whether you will need to take a bus or a rickshaw to reach your school? When you need to purchase something, is it possible for you to walk to the market? How will you know the answers of these questions? Now, how people will know that how much they have to travel, or how they will know that you have to walk all the way to your school, or you have to take a bus or a rickshaw, or how you will know that when you need to purchase something you will go it will be possible for you to walk to the market, or you will need some vehicle. How you will know get these questions? Now it is often important to know how far a place is. Yes, it is very important to know that the place where we want to go is how much far from us. Okay, so that we can have an idea how we are going to reach that place. Now if we will know the distance between us and the place where we have to go, then we can have an idea how we will reach that place, by walking or by taking a bus or a train or a ship or an aeroplane or even a spacecraft. Sometimes there are objects whose length and width we need to know. Yes, there are some objects also whose length or width is to be known, or we need to know its length and width. In Paheli and Bujo's classroom, there are large desks which are to be shared by two students. Paheli and Bujo share one desk but frequently end up objecting that the other is using a larger share of the desk. Now, in Paheli and Bujo's classroom, what happens? There are large desks which are to be shared by two students. Like you people share the desk or not with your classmates? Okay, like that only there was a sitting arrangement in Paheli and Bujo's classroom also. And Paheli and Bujo share one desk only, but they want to know that which one is using or who is using the large share of the desk, or they are using the equal share of desk. Now, on the teacher's suggestion, they decided to measure the length of the desk, make a mark exactly in the middle of it, and draw a line to separate the two halves of the desk. Yes. Then after that, the teacher suggested them just to measure the length of a desk and mark exactly in the middle of the desk, or after marking the middle of a desk, draw a line just to separate the two halves of the desk. Means एक desk को two parts में divide करने के लिए उन्होंने क्या किया? Desk की length को measure किया, उसके बाद उसको equally two parts में divide किया. Okay. Now both Paheli and Bujo were very fond of playing gilli danda with their friends. Bujo brought a set of gilli and danda with him. Now both and Bujo, they both were fond of playing gilli danda. They like to, or just you can say that they love to play gilli danda. Okay, so now with their friends, and what happens? Bujo bought a set of gilli danda also with him. Here is how they tried to measure the length of the desk using the danda and the gilli. Now here they tried to measure the length of a desk through danda and the gilli. Now the desk seems to be having a length equal to 2 danda lengths and 2 lengths of gilli. Now so desk की जो length थी वो that was equal to 2 danda length and 2 gilli's length. You can see in the picture 10.2 also. Drawing a line in the middle of the desk leaves each of them happy with the half of the desk equal to the danda and a gilli in the length. Now, if we draw a line in the middle of the desk, what we will do? That you will place one danda and one gilli. It will be equal to the half length of a desk. Now after a few days the marked line gets wiped out. Now, after a few days means कुछ दिनों बाद क्या हुआ कि जो mark line थी वो साफ हो गई. Wiped out means साफ करना, तो वो साफ हो गई. Bujo now has a new set of gilli and danda as he lost his old one. Now Bujo was having one new pair of gilli and danda as his old one was lost. Here is how the length of the desk seems to measure using the gilli and danda. And here you can see in 10.3 how he used to measure the length of a desk through gilli and danda. Now, Now, when measured with the new set of gilli and danda, the desk length seems to be about 2 danda lengths. One gilli length with a small length still left out. This is less than 1 gilli length. Now what? Now, as the old pair of gilli danda was lost, so Bujo used his new pair of gilli danda to measure the length of a desk. But when he was measuring the length, so one gilli length was left with a small length still left. एक गिल्ली की लेंथ के बराबर का छोटा सा पोर्शन बच गया था जब उसने जो है मेजर किया. ओके, नाउ दिस इज लेस देन 1 गिल्ली लेंथ और वो एक गिल्ली लेंथ से भी कम था. अब क्या करें? नाउ what would you suggest Paheli and Bujo do to measure the length of the whole desk? Can they use a cricket wicket and balls to measure the length, or do you think what this might create the similar problem? Now, what you will suggest to Paheli and Bujo to do? What you will suggest to do just to measure the length of the whole desk? Can they use a cricket wicket and balls to measure the length, or it will create same problem? Now, one thing they could do is to take a small length of string and mark 2 points. Now, one thing they can do, that is they can take a small length of string and mark 2 points on it, and this will be a string length. The points will be a string length. They can measure the width of the desk in string lengths. How can they use the string to measure distances less than the length of a string? Now, they can measure the width of a length also with this strength. Yes, as they were using the string to measure the length, they can use the width also. Now, How can they use string to measure the distances less than the length of a string? How they will measure the distances less than the length of a string? मतलब length की जो string की जो length है उससे कम अगर कोई distance है तो वो कैसे measure करेंगे? They can fold the string and mark it into 1/2, 1/4 and 1/8. Yes, they can fold the strings and mark 1/2, 1/4 and 1/8. Now perhaps Paheli and Bujo can measure the exact length of the desk using the string. Now Paheli and Bujo can measure the exact length of a desk, okay, using that string. You would say that they should use the scale in their geometry boards and solve their problem. Yes, of course they can use their scale, their ruler in the geometry boards. Now, Bujo has been reading about the way people used to measure distances before such standard scales were made, and he has been trying to follow different methods of measuring scales. Now, Bujo has been read about the ways which people used to measure distances in earlier times before these standard scales were not made. Okay, and he was trying to follow that different methods of measuring distances also, like gilli danda, string. Okay, now there are so many occasions when we come across a need to measure length and distance. Yes, there are so many occasions when we need to know the length as well as the width of a distance. Okay, now a tailor needs to measure the length of a cloth to know if it is enough to stitch a kurta or not. Yes, a tailor needs to measure the length of a cloth, that it is enough to stitch a kurta or not. मतलब कपड़े की लेंथ, जो क्लॉथ है उसकी भी लेंथ, it is measured that a kurta can be stitched through that or not. For that, a carpenter needs to measure the height and width of a cupboard to know how much wood he would need to make it door. Yes, a carpenter needs to measure the height as well as the width of a cupboard just to know how much wood will be used to make its door. Now, the farmer needs to know the length and breadth of or the area of his land to know how much seed he can grow or how much water would be needed for his crops. Yes, farmer also needs to measure length as well as breadth, or you can say the area of his field, of his land, just to know that how much seed he can sow or how much water he will be needed to grow his crops. Now, suppose you are asked how tall you are. You want to tell the length of a straight line from the top of your head to the heel of your feet. If someone asks your height, then what you will tell? You want to tell the length of straight line from top of your head to the heel of your feet. Now, how long is this room? How wide is this desk? How far is it from Delhi to Lucknow? How far away is the moon from the earth? All these questions have one thing in common. They all concern distance between two places. The two places may be close enough, like the two ends of a table, or they may be far apart, like Jammu and Kanyakumari. Let us do a few measurements to see what exactly we need to do when we measure distances or lengths. Now, 10.3, some measurements. We will discuss this in our next class. Till that, revise the taught portion.